Welcome back to the channel. It's time for us to get into these last couple episodes of Love is Blind UK, and your girl, a therapist, is here to break it all down for you, help you learn, help you see different things inside of you that relate to these couples and how we all can grow and learn and heal. Okay, so I need you guys to hit that notification bell. I need the support. We on the road to 4,000, and I think we gonna hit it, but I need y'all help. So make sure you stick around, hit that notification bell. And if you did not know, I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist in the state of California, serving not only California, but Texas, okay? Now, getting into these episodes, it was not the drama-filled Escalade receipts that we normally see in the US version. I really do think the US version of this franchise has been ruined by clout chasers, influencers, even people who make videos about the season, to me, have really ruined it. Because it seems like everybody's out for clout, whether you are sitting watching it or you're somebody who is actually on the show. It's been really watered down here. And I know they already have filmed a couple seasons that we're just waiting to hear about. Probably early fall, October, we'll get the next season. But if you're looking for just the drama, you're probably bored, because this season has been about emotional intelligence, communication, couples who are really invested in the concept of marriage and relationships. Whereas here in the US, that's not what it's about at this point. We haven't gotten that in a couple seasons, but let's get into the UK. Now, we come across them. They're still in Greece. Somebody give me the details on that villa, because I need to go there. Let me know if you want to go to that villa too. We're coming across and we are surprised by Benaiah and Nicole. That is our first couple we're going to discuss. Now, they gave me our little Zach and Bliss moments, reconnected, but there are lots of little things happening throughout these episodes. We see them loving each other. There's a lot of physical connection, a lot of emotional intelligence, communication. But when it comes to Sam, that's where I see the cracks. And so I think that Nicole is a bad picker. And I think Benaiah at times wants to be something that he's not. And we see how each of them try to confront Sam in these episodes, and how over and over again I've seen Benaiah try and be something that he's not and regret it. We saw when he confronted him, or he told Nicole about what Sam was saying and doing, and then regretted it. And then we see him confront Sam in these episodes, and then oh God, what was I thinking? It just feels like at times he's trying to be something that he's not. I'm not sure if it's production. I'm not sure if it's that he feels like he needs to be this stereotypical masculine machismo man, but it's not him. And I need him to get more in tune to who he really is as a person, and stop trying to be something that maybe society has said he needs to be. But that's not you, bruh. Your girl love you. You love her. Ignore the Sam stuff. I also don't think Nicole is asking for him to be that person and to stand up for her in that sense. But there's something that continues to make him feel like he has to do that. I don't know if it's to prove that he is what she needs. I'm not sure. And then you also see Nicole. I don't understand this concept of closure. I need y'all to explain it to me, because she wanted to talk to Sam, and what did you get out of that? I don't think there was any need to give him back the bracelet. I see, okay, like returning it. Why not sell it? Give it away to somebody else. Return to production. Have production return that mess to him. But it just felt like both of them are, I don't know, people pleasers. Maybe they're both people pleasers, and that's why Nicole kind of gets into these relationships that don't go anywhere. Now, there's a part of me that feels like she's not ready for a Benaiah, because I think that there's still stuff she has to work on that can be self-sabotaging behavior, understanding where she is, understanding and thinking about how I was in that marriage. I don't want to bring into my new relationship, my new marriage, because as Benaiah said, I think Nicole said it, sometimes she is carrying the weight, the emotional trauma of that old relationship into other areas of her life. And I think a lot of people do that, but don't realize how much you guys are bringing that into your new relationship, friendships, a lot of ways in your life. So those two, I think they will get married. but I'm curious about the long-term relationship. Now, the thing with Sam, once again, Sam is an asshole. Okay. I'm glad that she woke up. Nicole woke up. Okay. Okay. Should I even go there? We're going to get to it. Okay. Now, Sam and Benaiah having that interaction later in the episodes. Why did Sam have to say, well, you know, she tried to sleep with me, right? He is evil. He is a villain. He's not misunderstood. He tries to play both sides. He's insecure, but then at the same time, he tries to be a F-boy at the same time, but he's very anxious attachment. I think codependent. I think he is not misunderstood in the way that he thinks he is. You're a dick. Okay? You are a dick. And I think that comes off in how he interacts with people. And we're going to get to Miss Catherine a little bit later. But Benaiah and Nicole, they seem like to be people pleasers. And that is not a good thing to be in a relationship, is a people pleaser. But I digress. Let me know your thoughts on that whole situation. Now we're going to move on to Ollie and Demi. Now, I'll be the first to say maybe I was wrong. Y'all heard me. Maybe I was wrong about these two. Now, in the beginning when they were in the villa, I was like, okay, why does he treat her differently in front of people than when they're behind the scenes? I was curious to see if it was giving the other guys that we've seen in these different franchises of Love is Blind, but it actually turns out he is someone living with ADHD. Why couldn't y'all have told us that in the pods? That would have made a lot more sense about how he gets overstimulated and he wants to run. How at times, all that stuff, the overthinking, all the stuff that he's trying to face, add cameras to that. Add people judging him. Add Jasmine confronting him. It all makes sense now. And I wish that they had said that in the pods earlier, because we could connect some dots, but instead we have, at least I'm not going to say I ran with the narrative that maybe that there's something going on when he's not really interested. But we saw how the relationship evolved over time once they got physical. And I wonder if that was a missing piece, is that like once you have that, they had that physical connection and the emotional connection, everything came together. Because we saw in these episodes how their relationship got better once they returned to normalcy. They had support, friendship, met each other's sides of the family. He opened up and was vulnerable about his ADHD, and she was able to hold space. Like I said in my last video, you need a partner to hold space for you. That means being vulnerable. That means when I say I'm hurting her, something is bothering me, you're not going to judge me. You're going to be there for me. You're going to be able to make me feel safe. And I think that conversation, along with the normalcy, all of it came together where nothing else really seemed to matter. And when they did go to the event where everyone got together, people who didn't couple up, the whole little bar scene, I was like, okay, maybe he might start looking. But no, it was a lot of editing. A lot of the editing makes you think one thing, but if you read between the lines, and for me, I use my more analytical mind and make connections between the ADHD, all that stuff makes sense. And you saw how their relationship is now in a good place. Once they got back, once they had some conversations and communicated, it all got better. Okay. Now we're going to move on to Miss Girl, Miss Catherine. Okay. Now in the villa, things were pretty good. They had physical intimacy. They were laughing. But the theme of this thing is vulnerability and feeling safe. Okay. Now, when Freddy admitted that he has not been, he has cheated in relationships, you saw it crash. It was starting to crash. It was starting to crash. I think ever since Freddy admitted that he is someone who has cheated in the past and she didn't receive that well, she could not hold space. It showed how he chose to be vulnerable and the space was not held. The space that was received was judgment. And from the beginning, when someone is vulnerable with you and they see that that space is not a safe one, they're going to pull back that vulnerability. Okay. And over time, I just continue to see her treat him poorly. I don't think they're going to make it. I honestly think Freddie might say no and she might say yes. And when it came up to the prenup thing, I believe in prenups, especially when I don't know you. Girl, I just met you 3 weeks ago. I have a business. I have a family that I need to take care of. And I can't just have anybody coming in here wanting some of it if this don't work in 60 days. Okay? So yes, I believe that they should get a prenup. And her dismay to that was a red flag. Okay? Also how she just is very critical of him. I want somebody who's going to shop with me. Look, I love to shop. Okay? I don't take my man with me. I've been with my husband for, at this point, 15 years. If I want to go shop, I'll hop in the car by myself. If there's a time when we are together, he goes somewhere else in the mall, go sit and have himself something to eat. He ain't right there as I'm going through the racks. He ain't nowhere to be seen. We meet up later. Okay? So that she just became very critical. And let's get to her and Sam. She could not let go of him looking like her ex. And then she went over there and talked to him. Let me see the bracelet. Let me see the ring. Oh, I know people say I flirt, but I'm just like, I don't do it on purpose. She was over there flirting with Sam. And I'm not sure it was the fact that he looks so much like my boyfriend. Oh my God, he looks so much like my boyfriend. Girl, we heard you 3 times. What's with you and that ex that you are lingering over there with Sam? Let's get into that. Catch that tea. And so I think she's not really into Freddie as much as Freddie is into her. She for the streets. This is not a person you want as your friend. This is not a person you want in pods with you. This is not a person you want as your wife. Let her go. Go over to Sam. I would not be surprised if she was Sam right now. That are they hooked up or something? But Catherine is for herself. And Freddie is a good guy. Her friend said that Freddie is a good guy. But the friends also, when they bring these friends on, it says a lot about the person who is the one on the show and the dynamic between the friends. It's like, oh, y'all are yes ma'ams. And in friendships, you don't need people who are yes ma'ams. You need friends who are going to be honest with you and help you grow and want to see you do better. And sometimes call you out on some of your BS. But instead, it's like, yeah, the prenup girl, it's a red flag for me. No, your friend is a red flag girl. He needs to walk away. And I just don't like her. Mean girl vibes, fakeness. I'm not feeling her. Okay, I'm really not. Now, let's get into the mother-in-law from hell, Freddie and Jasmine. Okay, there are so many things about this dynamic. Watching Freddie, Jasmine, and the mom have dinner, the mom is controlling. I wonder if sometimes the mama want to be Jasmine, to be honest, okay? Because you have these mothers who want your life, who look at you and see all the things you could not do that they wish they could do, okay? And I think that's what's happening here. Misery loves company. And it's a red flag. You do not want to go into a marriage where the mama don't like you, because that's forecasting the rest of your relationship, the rest of your marriage. You have to deal with that mama and fight that mouth. You'll be fighting that mouth, okay? She's supposed to tell me everything. Tell me your secrets before you tell your friends. Mama, what? Oh, he didn't go to university. It's really hard to have conversations with uneducated people. The judgments. You know, at times, it was giving personality disorder. It really gave me personality disorder. And I'm not sure if there's anything to solve that dynamic between, him, Johnny, and the mom. But the mom is just like, she want her daughter to have somebody with money, degrees, what looks good to her on paper. Yeah, you can be there emotionally for my daughter. You can be the one that makes her feel safe, loved. Okay, you ain't got no degree. Over here, he got money, girl. He got businesses, girl. He got the lifestyle, girl. So what? He don't really love you. So what? You don't feel safe with him. Okay? But on paper, he's everything. Okay? Okay? You don't want no mother-in-law who's going to be like this, who's going to make it very challenging for you to have a relationship with their daughter. Okay, very controlling, very critical, very black and white thinking. I'm getting somewhere. The wheels in my head are turning. Is it giving borderline personality disorder? Is it? I only saw a brief little snippet, but I was like, some of these traits now. Let me pull out my DSM because it's giving. And so I hope that over time she can let her daughter be a woman, be a mother, be a wife outside of we have to be enmeshed. We have to be like this. Okay? Mothers and daughters don't always have to be like this. At times it can be toxic. There are times where you can be super close to your mama and it can be great. But this ain't giving that. Okay? We didn't see really too much of them throughout these episodes. Jasmine is Demi's, very close friend. At times that's a little bit suspect to me, but so far it seems very genuine. Now we saw Tom and I think her name is Maria. There's just like some cultural things. Tom ain't really into her. He got his lazy eye over here looking at old girl that showed up at the bar. I think there's just a lot of cultural things, lifestyle things that are very different. You know, and I just don't see them really working out. Okay, and then you saw, what's the other couple that went to Belfast? I think Stephen. I think it was Stephen and I can't remember her other. Sorry, y'all, I forgot the names that quick. But they went to Belfast. They seem very happy. I'm getting concerned about where they're really, where they're really gonna live. That's probably like the main thing for them. But other than that, they seem very well put together. The baby thing has not come up again. It's just more of where they're going to live. So for the most part, these episodes did not have a lot of drama, which is kind of a good thing. More about emotional intelligence, relationships. But once again, for most people who are used to the US version of this show, let me make sure I'm keeping track of time today, they're going to be disappointed. Or you have been disappointed because you're not getting the US version. You're getting people who are more invested in relationships, the core foundation of their relationships, and building upon something with someone. So, but I want to know your thoughts on these episodes. We get, what, two more? We get 10 and 11 next week. But this franchise, it was something different. I really have enjoyed the emotional intelligence, the safety, the vulnerability. It's an opportunity to reflect on your own self, your own relationships. And before you know it, the US version will be back. And the clout chasers, the influencers will be back. So take this as a break from all the drama, all the mess, okay? But I want to know your thoughts. What do you guys think about these episodes? Did I miss anything? Not much, okay? But make sure you like, you subscribe, and I will see you next time.